Once upon a time, Salt Bae was the king of culinary clout. He was selling gold-covered steaks for $1,500 a pop, slicing meat in slow motion like a luxury samurai, and pulling in A-list celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, David Beckham, and DJ Khaled just to watch him sprinkle salt like he was performing surgery. But now, Salt Bae's restaurants are empty. His brand is collapsing. He's getting sued by his own employees. One of his fire tricks literally set a guest on fire. And some people are even speculating he's heading for bankruptcy. So how did Salt Bae go from meme icon to full-on cautionary tale? Let's get into it. At the height of his fame, Salt Bae turned a viral moment into an empire. His restaurant brand, Nasriti, launched in Istanbul and exploded globally. New York, Miami, London, Dubai, Beverly Hills, Mykonos. Every luxury hotspot had a Salt Bae steakhouse. But these weren't just restaurants. They were gold-plated Instagram sets. He was selling $100 burgers, $1,000 steaks, and milkshakes with literal gold flakes in them. That's not a dessert. That's a dental hazard. But it didn't matter. People were buying it. Because at the time, Salt Bae wasn't a chef. He was a brand. A meme. A lifestyle, but that kind of business? Built on attention, not substance. And once the attention fades, the collapse comes fast. Let's start with the lawsuits. In one case, workers claimed Salt Bae was stealing 3% of their tips. When they called him out, he allegedly fired them on the spot. But that's just the start. Multiple former employees have described working for Salt Bae as hellish. Some said it was like the Hunger Games with steaks. Others compared him to a dictator. Not a metaphor. One lawsuit literally compared him to Tony Montana. In 2023, Business Insider published an exposé featuring 9 former employees from 6 different Salt Bae restaurants. Wage theft, verbal abuse, discrimination, forcing female workers to dress provocatively, random firings for no reason. The list goes on. One ex-manager summed it up perfectly. He thinks he's a god. His world is just Instagram and fame. And that's the real problem. Salt Bae wasn't building a restaurant empire. He was building a shrine to himself. And the food? Never that good. Let's be real. No one was paying $1,000 for taste. They were paying for TikToks. It was food as clout, and once the clout dried up, so did the crowds. In 2024, 3 of his New York locations shut down, including Salt Bae Burger. Yeah, that was real. He was charging $99 for a milkshake and $100 for a burger like he was running a gourmet Krabby Patty operation for billionaires. And he truly believed this was a fair deal.
Is it so expensive?
We are not expensive. This is, perception, not reality. Our product, best of the best.
Sure, man. That's why your London flagship saw a 48% drop in profit and a 31% decline in sales. Things got so bad they started turning off the heat in winter. Customers were literally freezing while dropping $600 on tomahawk steaks. Even TripAdvisor said no thanks. The restaurant ranked 14,570 out of 15,700 in London. That's bottom 4%. I've seen gas station food with better reviews. In Greece, daily bookings plummeted from 600 to just 200. That's a 67% drop. In Boston, the location got shut down a week after opening due to fire code violations, broken appliances, and overcrowding. Salt Bae was too busy flexing gold steaks to care that his kitchens were falling apart. And speaking of flexes, let's talk about his worst one yet. In January 2024, Salt Bae posted a bill from his Dubai restaurant totaling over $150,000. Caption: "Money comes, money goes, buddy." That one sentence might have cost him his brand. The internet exploded. Bro, this could feed 100,000 kids. This is disgusting during a global recession. You should be ashamed. This wasn't the first tone-deaf move. Let's not forget the time he fed gold steaks to the Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro while millions of people in Venezuela were literally starving. It looked less like fine dining and more like a villain origin story. And yet, even as his reputation burned, Salt Bae kept pushing. In fact, one time it literally burned. At his Istanbul restaurant, a flashy fire show went wrong and 4 customers were set on fire. One of them, a Czech model, suffered third-degree burns on 35% of her body. And what did Salt Bae do? Destroyed the security footage. No apology. No compensation. She spent years recovering. Got nothing. Salt Bae paid out $230,000 in settlements, but not to her. It was damage control without accountability. But the worst moment? That came at the 2022 FIFA World Cup final. Argentina had just beaten France. Messi's crying. The team is celebrating. And suddenly, Salt Bae slithers onto the pitch uninvited like he's the 12th man. He grabs Messi's arm, tries to force a selfie, then grabs the actual World Cup trophy, kisses it, and bites a medal like he just won the whole tournament. Messi's face said it all. Who is this guy, and why is he touching me? FIFA launched an investigation. Salt Bae got banned from future events. And his excuse,
Why did you go onto the World Cup pitch after the final, touch the World Cup, and kiss the World Cup? What were you thinking?
You know, I love Argentina, I love football. And this is the accident. Before I don't know the rules. Now I know the rules. Next World Cup, I never touch the World Cup. I go to, of course, stadium, see the match, but I never touch again.
Come on, man.
you think you can just wander onto the World Cup pitch during the biggest sporting event on Earth? That's not confusion, that's delusion. But it didn't end there. At the Champions League final, Salt Bae tried to sneak in again. Security saw him coming and shut it down. They physically escorted him out. Embarrassing. And then, like a true meme relic, he tried to sign autographs on his way out. Nobody wanted them. The sad truth? Salt Bae believed the meme too hard. He built his empire on gold flakes and Instagram filters, not quality food, not service, not sustainability. Now his restaurants are closing. His staff are suing. His online followers are dipping. And the very fame he worshipped has become the thing that's devouring him. He went viral, yes. But you can't build a legacy on memes. At some point, the steak has to actually taste good. So, moral of the story? Clout fades. Bad reviews don't. And no amount of gold leaf can cover up a crumbling business. Let me know what you think in the comments. Was Salt Bae always a scam? Or did he just get lost in the sauce, literally? Like,
Subscribe.
stay humble, and I'll see you in the next one.